So let's get to it. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here on this amazing Super Saturday. This is our weekly webinar for Safir Global and ZENIQ Technologies. Amazing opportunity. I do thank you for your time. I know that your time is valuable. And I know that Saturdays, we could definitely be doing a lot of different things, but we're here together because we have a common cause, and we want to help as many people as we can find a way to that financial independence, financial freedom, financial security. And this is an avenue for that. Today, I'm Coach Rashid, and I actually been with the program, oh my gosh, over a year now, since June 2021. Been presenting since June 2021. Every Saturday, same time, same place, doing it right here for anybody and everybody, no matter who, what, where group you're attached to. If you can find this link, you are free to show up, free to get the information, because I want you to succeed. And if anybody knows me, you know that I am here to make sure that I provide you all the information that I can in order to help you succeed. And with the time that we've been together, so many great leaders come through, and a lot of them are here every week with me. So I am just thrilled. I am overjoyed and excited to be part of your Saturday and part of your journey with this amazing opportunity. So with that being said, we always want to let people know that this is based on information education, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not certified to tell you, take your money and put it here. That's not what I'm here to do. But what I am here to do is express my personal journey, and some of the information you'll hear will be based on my personal journey, my personal experience in what works and what doesn't work. And with that personal experience, then yes, it may sound like, hey, look, this is the best opportunity. You should do this because of my personal experience. Do not take it as financial advice. If you truly want financial advice, then you definitely want to reach out to somebody that's certified to provide that to you. Risks associated with crypto assets, as we know, all investments carry some type of risk, right? And so you want to do your due diligence, do some research, check things out, watch a video, webinar, go visit, the actual company. I've done all those, and then make a decision. And so I appreciate you being here, because this is part of you doing your due diligence and your research into this company. Before we really kick it off, I kind of want to raise the energy a little bit, because we have some exciting events going on. September, we have the community event in Dubai. Every time I've heard this talked about on the different webinars, and even here as well, this is going to be something that is off the chain exciting, because every time they have special events, we know there's going to be some special information that comes out. Unfortunately, I personally can't be there, but my goodness, it is sounding like it's going to be amazing. And so if you haven't, pulled yourself together and put some plans in place, well, it's already September 10th. So yeah, you kind of wanted to have that in place by now. If not, hey, last minute, make it happen. Whatever you got to do, get to Dubai and make it happen. So this is one of the events happening this fall. And of course, November, my goodness, I've heard that this one's going to be off the chain as well. This one's invitation only. They have some restrictions on who can attend, because of the nature of the information that's coming out. One of the regional directors talked about this event and said a couple of things, and I think he felt like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have let the cat out of the bag on some of this stuff. Therefore, I'm not going to say something that may or may not be true, so I'm not going to sit here and say what he said. But seems like September is going to be a release of some powerful information. I'm talking, some things that probably others have been looking for, waiting for, we all been looking for, and kind of the ZENIQ app, taking it to another level, ZENIQ swap, those type of things where we can move some crypto around a little easier, maybe cash out some ZENIQ coins if you so desire. So there might be some exciting things coming that you're going to find out about in September. November, you're going to find out about how you can utilize that cryptocurrency in a whole new way, and probably some new tokenization type projects coming down the road. So there's always something exciting going on with this incredible opportunity. In addition to that, there is something going on in December, right? So this one, I don't, like I said, I haven't heard a lot about it, but the information that has come down is similar to what we experienced in October 2021. Massive event, really taking everything, you know, up to this point and just pouring it out there, kind of a state of the union of the program. And hey, here's where we are, here's where we've been, and here's where we're going. And hey, let's recognize, you know, some folks that's been, you know, knocking it out the park for us all this time. So if anything, this is the event that you want to attend. If you can't make September, can't make, you know, November, then I believe the December event is going to really set the pace for your next year in this organization. So look forward to, you know, making some plans, you know, tighten it up a little bit and figure out, how do I make it to this event? And then make it happen. You know, there's always ways that, you know, we can maneuver our time. You know, we can shift some funds around, you know, whatever it takes, you know, we got to make it happen. I did make one event, so I don't feel, you know, too bad that my time is just not allowing me to make the September, but I'm looking forward to trying to figure out if I can squeeze in one of these other ones. So with that being said, hey, look, hope you got that recorded. Hope you got that written down somewhere. You know, like they said, the visual helps you to go ahead and lean forward, maybe put that into your plans for the coming months. Now, with that being said, you know that ZENIQ Technologies and Safir Global working together, and ZENIQ has these three areas with the blockchain-based technology, talking blockchain tech, energy tech, and health tech. These are all next generation crypto and fiat and seamless fiat and crypto payments. They have a massive ecosystem that I'm going to show to you that really is a showstopper. Like literally, we can use that one slide and talk about everything. But ZENIQ is really building kind of that ability for us to merge fiat and crypto systems into one. So when you're talking fiat and crypto, you're talking about money, you're talking about currency, you're talking about, you know, some type of transfer of value. And so if we can make that easier, if we have a system that is non-fiat or none like dollars and euros, right? An alternative system that's just as simple, just as easy, just as acceptable, then we're going to be looking pretty good for the future. And it really benefits everybody across the globe. And so at some time in the past, globalization was a key factor for companies that really got out there and got out front, trendsetters, trend forwarders, whatever they were, and really took their particular business model and scaled it across the globe, right? So if you're in the US, there was some type of company or some type of business, and these were things that was happening before a lot of technology and things like that came. But that idea of, hey, look, if I build it here, and somebody goes to another region, another country, another continent, and get that same feel, that same environment, get that same experience as they did in another country, then we've met that kind of objective of globalization. Well, today, I want to get into something called digitalization. So digitalization, right? When we talk about $1 trillion market, I know you saw that. There's a multi-trillion-dollar market called tokenization, which is within the complete financial ecosystem, right? And so that financial ecosystem is a massive, you know, multi-trillion-dollar system. But in there's this kind of a $24 trillion market called tokenization. And so we want to just get a little piece of that through this particular company. And so when we talk about digitalization, this is the new globalization, because the digitalization of things is the data, right? Globalization is about tangible. It's about brick and mortar. It's about a concept that you deliver, an experience that you deliver that people can physically walk into, tangible, touch, hold, and feel that experience. Well, guess what? Digitalization does the same thing. You just don't have to go anywhere to get it. You go to your computer and you're across the globe instantly. And so anybody, anywhere that's running it at a high level, like ZENIQ Technologies, will be the winners in the future. right? So look out for blockchain technology, tokenization, and digitalization. If a company is delivering that at a high level, then definitely winners today and into the future. And you want to definitely jump on that train. When we talk about those concepts, we're talking about one of the leading companies called ZENIQ Technologies. ZENIQ Technologies is right there in Dubai in the Daymac Park Towers. It is in the financial district, but it is not a financial company. And so with that being said, if you ever want to go over, want to visit, give them a call. They're happy to have you there. Very friendly. So you can definitely go by and visit if you so desire. So if you're going there in September, you got that opportunity. If you go there in November or December, you have that opportunity, right? So that's cool. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of the products that they have as we go on. I like this. I just threw this in because just so, you know, some people, I've been, like I said, I've been doing this a while. And so we've been through a lot of those challenges of people that don't do any research and they hear about a new company and they just want to deny it just because they want to. It's kind of odd, but that's human nature. That's the link. You can go check them out. DIFC, right? Dubai International Financial Center. Yes, they are registered. They're legit. They're right there. So they're not hiding. It's a real deal company. All right. So when we talk about ZENIQ Technologies, you kind of want to know, well, what does ZENIQ offer? You know, why is that so beneficial to me? Oh, wow. I'm glad you asked. They have a 360-degree ecosystem. This 360-degree ecosystem is growing and growing and growing. Man, this is massively exciting because when we first had this information, it was very small. And now, oh my gosh, this is incredible. So let's take it from the top left. We got, it owns its own decentralized blockchain and exchange. So what ZENIQ Technologies is doing with their blockchain is creating their own decentralized exchange, right? And this is an actual real decentralized exchange, and it's going to be the first of its kind because they don't only have the ability to trade or not going to only have the ability to trade their own blockchain coins like a Avanot or a Tupan or ZENIQ. They're going to be able to reach out. And if you have Bitcoin, if you have Ethereum, if you have Matic, if you have, you know, BNB, it doesn't matter what blockchain it's on, you'll be able to trade it and other digital assets, tokenization projects, anything that is under this umbrella will be able to be exchanged on the ZENIQ Decentralized Exchange. So that is something that's coming. We are very excited about that being developed. So when I compare that to what's already out there, we're talking Uniswap, PancakeSwap. You know, these are two exchanges that are similar to what ZENIQ is creating, but the difference is Uniswap is all about Ethereum and ERC20 protocols, right? Their network. And in order to cross over into another network, you have to wrap that token. Well, with the new ZENIQ exchange, they're not going to have that wrapping aspect. And so obviously that reduces cost in the first place. There's a line of benefits there that we'll get into at a point in time. But for now, just know that they're building a better mousetrap with the ZENIQ exchange. The physical hub, right? That is kind of the meat and potatoes of the program. ZENIQ Technologies, their initial product, which is outstanding. Nobody had ever done this before they did it, right? And it took some challenges because, as you know, with ZENIQ Technologies, they actually started out in Austria back in 2018. And so developing the product, coming from an idea to actually the MVP to actually delivering a product, getting funding, all those things, 2020 hit. And what happened in 2020? Yes, we had COVID. And so they had to stop, slow down. And if you're getting parts from China and there's a COVID breakout and somebody somewhere somehow believes that it's coming from China where you're getting your parts, things might slow down a little bit. So yes, they had some challenges, but what's so awesome is they got through it. They made a better version of the product, and now it's being delivered to all the people that have purchased those. So that product is out there. People are excited. People are, you know, utilizing the product. And so we'll talk a little bit more about the actual features, but I just want to let you know that that physical ZENIQ hub, amazing product, but that was something that was a challenge in the beginning because of the circumstances out of their control. But hey, they got it back on track. Boom, people got it in their hands now. The ZENIQ app, the ZENIQ app is going to play a major role in everything that we do, you know, in the near future. So brace yourself for that. There's a lot of great things going on with it, but at the end of the day, it's going to be upgraded. And I think one of the regional directors talked about the ZENIQ app, and some of the features are going to be discussed at these events. And so you'll know more about it if you go to the event and hear what the new capabilities will be for that ZENIQ app. So you want to get that ZENIQ app, because without the app, you can't do the actual Avanot staking to the maximum rewards. So you definitely want to have that ZENIQ app downloaded on your mobile. Okay. So when we talk about the staking, since I kind of mentioned Avanot staking, so Avanot is one of the tokens. It's an actual company, but it's a token that ZENIQ Technologies partnered with that company, and we were able to, as members, stake their cryptocurrency within the ZENIQ ecosystem. And that gives us that long-term benefit as well. Just another stream within the payment system that we earn in the Safir Global membership. We have the ZENIQ debit card. So that's something that was launched for the European Union area, and eventually they'll launch that over kind of international as well. And so that's really big, because everybody wants to use their cryptocurrency and purchase everyday items with it. And that's what that does for us. So just, you know, hang in there. That's something that is being worked on. We have the ZENIQ coin, we have the ZENIQ swap, we got the tokenization, and we definitely have our ZENIQ blockchain has given birth to the ZENIQ smart chain. That in itself is just revolutionary in this industry. And so be excited when we talk about a smart chain. You don't even have to know what it's about. You don't have to know the details. You don't know, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's producing results. It is one of the best things that can happen to a blockchain, is to create a smart chain. There's about, I don't know, 16,000 cryptocurrencies listed out there in CoinMarketCap or any of those particular exchanges. So just knowing that there's 16,000 cryptocurrencies, let me give you a comparison. There's about 9 smart chains, right? So most of those cryptocurrencies are attached to maybe a blockchain or attached to somebody else's blockchain, but there's not that many that have developed and raised their game to create their own smart chain, right? And so that smart chain opens the door to that tokenization, to that next level multi and master nodes that produces multiple tokens from that. So a lot of those coins and tokens and all of those things out there that really carry no value, the numbers don't really matter. But what ZENIQ has done, they have created an avenue for other projects to jump on board of the ZENIQ blockchain, and they do that through the smart chain, right? So such a powerful program, so much good stuff to talk about today, and we're just getting started. And I know it says NFTs, utility and security. Yes, a lot of that is working behind the scenes to make our life easier. So don't worry, we'll talk about that as well. So when we talk about the ZENIQ blockchain, one of the major takeaways is the ZENIQ blockchain is a decentralized blockchain, and it does 50,000 transactions per second. Now, compared to Bitcoin, Bitcoin does about, I'm talking at its max, rated at about 9 transactions per second. Definitely not in competition for the world reserve currency. But what it does, as far as the Bitcoin blockchain, it was just first, right? And so everybody pretty much pays homage to the fact that, okay, you were first, got it, we'll take that, and now we'll build a better blockchain as we grow. And that's what's happened. Ethereum came along and did a better job. Litecoin came along and did that too. Ethereum obviously took it to the smart contract level. Now Ethereum is merging, going from a proof of work to a proof of stake. Not an easy task, but they're making it happen. Seems seamless to us, but right now you probably have some challenges if you're trying to make any ERC20 transactions. All right. So just keep that in mind. So if you're sitting here, getting ready to push your button to make a purchase on ERC20, you might want to wait a second. No, I saw a message actually pop up in my email right before we got on, and it said to hold off on any ERC20 transactions. All right. So blockchain operates across the board. Yes, as I mentioned, the ERC20 protocol is for Ethereum. And so if you're using Uniswap, in order to bring any other cryptocurrency into that arena, you have to wrap it in that ERC20, right? And even ZENIQ coin, if in your back office, if you want to send those to Uniswap from your back office, you have to wrap it in the ERC20 protocol. And doing that, there's just cost involved, gas fees and things like that. So all of that is part of just the bigger blockchain, picture. And so it's just part of doing business. But there's always a better way. And that's why ZENIQ's blockchain was created, because they wanted to create a better way, right? Cheaper, faster, value. They created the smart chain. Smart chain went live. If you really, if you're into coding and all those type of things, then hey, go to smart.zeniq.net and you can check out the smart chain. Not a lot to see, but if you understand coding and stuff, then it might make sense to you. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to kind of lay out about the blockchain, because that's really the bloodline of this particular organization. They are, really leading in this space, and the future is blockchain, right? And so when they develop the smart chain, that's just that next level of the blockchain, and it really opens the door to so many different projects that you just can't do alone with the blockchain. You got to have those extra pieces. Now, I don't want to stay on this too long, because I really want to get to some of the current things that's happening. But for reference, when I talk about Uniswap, talk about PancakeSwap, what we're doing is just giving you a comparison to what ZENIQ's, decentralized exchange looks like, and why we believe it has such an advantage over the previous ones, right? And so when we talk about ZENIQ owns its own blockchain, because it created the blockchain in order to create the ZENIQ coin, in order to have a value stream running behind and in front of and to the side of everything that they do. That's key to the longevity of the members, benefiting from the program. And without that piece, then, we wouldn't have a real way to, create value for ourselves. So compatible with all coins and tokens, low fees, fast transactions, and adapted for tokenization projects. And so when you look at the advantages, if you do any research and if you've used the Uniswap or PancakeSwap, then you'll know that they are very good. And a lot of people jumped on that, and they're doing billions of dollars. But at the same time, they're doing billions, and they don't have some of the things that ZENIQ has created to make it easier for the everyday person to benefit. And so that's why we believe that if they can do, excuse me, so if they could do this kind of increase in value, in 4 or 5 years, go from, 6 cents to $4,000, from 9 cents to $690. I mean, we know that the ZENIQ coin can go from 3 cents to whatever that number can be within 3 to 5 years, right? And so we understand the long play, because the benefits are enormous. So I just want to show you that, just as a comparison, give you a base of reference of what's so special about ZENIQ's blockchain and their decentralized exchange compared to others just like it in this space. And this is where the advantages that ZENIQ's blockchain and decentralized exchange has is definitely doing things that the other ones were not. And therefore, we should see an escalation in value in maybe a shorter period of time, right? So that's pretty awesome. So when we talk about the difference, when we talk about, the other decentralized exchanges and the other blockchains and the other protocols, then we have to mention minting is really the differentiator. That's the differentiator. That really sets the tone. Because as much as I studied about blockchain, as much as I studied about crypto and investing, I didn't even come across the term minting. I understand minting from a non-crypto aspect, you know, kind of like minting dollars or minting coins, minting currency. I understood that from a non-crypto aspect. But then I didn't even put that together until I literally got with ZENIQ, and I'm like, oh, now I get it. And then they talk about how much, you know, greener it is to mint versus mine. And you know, I mean, I think most of us understand cryptocurrency mining is a very energy intensive operation. There's documentaries about it everywhere. And by the way, I don't know if my good friends from Texas, you know, I'm from Tyler, by the way, so, you know, it's all good. I was looking at a documentary, and it was talking about, I think, one of the largest Bitcoin mining facilities is in Texas. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And the one I remember, there was one in Beaumont. I was trying to find the name of it. I can't find the name of it. And I was just blown away because I'm like, wow, out of all this time, I never, ever knew that there's an actual Bitcoin mining facility in Beaumont, Texas. It's crazy. But anyway, so that's the mining. And so when you compare mining to minting, then you kind of understand what I mean. And so with ZENIQ Technologies using the minting, it's very, very energy efficient. And then you'll see why the relationship between ZENIQ and Tupan makes sense and why they're so excited to work together, which benefits us all, right? Because of that energy and saving the planet and climate change and all that. ZENIQ Technologies is bringing in, here's a good way to build your wealth without negatively affecting society and the environment. And so that's really, really powerful. So when you see this ZENIQ coin, when you see this Avanot token, when you see this Tupan token, anytime you see these, that's a income stream, just so you know, right? And so within the program, when they increase their partnerships, that increases our value that we receive along the way and into the future. So really, really powerful way to kind of, you know, when somebody is thinking about how do I earn with this company, you know, what are the passive income streams? What's the active income? Well, guess what? When they bring on a new partner, guess what? That's an additional income stream within the program. So it's a beautiful way to look at it. So when we talk about this program, we talk about the ZENIQ Hub. So I talked about it, like I said, a little bit, but the ZENIQ Hub is an actual device that you can order, right? You order that device. It looks like a tablet, but it's, you know, it's a little different. And you can do pretty much all of your digital cryptocurrency type transactions on it. You know, I think you can sync it with your back office. You're able to go in there and you're minting your cryptocurrency. So you can see everything that you can see in the back office. You can see that on your hub. It's very secure, no KYC required. And you get to mint additional tokens from those master nodes that are already built in to that particular device. So you have a really, really one of its kind, first of its kind type digital access key to the cryptocurrency and blockchain industry right here in one. And that's something that nobody's done before. So we're really in a good position here with this particular organization. So definitely something that you can look into. And if you wanted to purchase that, then hey, get with your applying sponsor and have that conversation. But that information is in the back office as well. When we talk about the ZENIQ Hub, the ZENIQ blockchain, we definitely have to talk about the ZENIQ coin. First things first, ZENIQ coin is listed on LA Token, PancakeSwap, and Uniswap. It is in Crypto Compare, which is very similar to CoinMarketCap. Gives you an analysis and gives you, you know, some feedback from the social aspect. Gives you some breakdown of the history. So really good information there. I'm trying to think if it might be in some other places as well. But those are the key places that it is right now. Real project, real use cases. One, limited number of coins. So maximum 600 to 700 million will be minted. Huge appreciation potential because of everything that we talked about in the ecosystem previously. There are additional masternodes possible, and ZENIQ coins can serve as a platform for other tokens. I think one thing that I always mention is to understand, like, the difference between a coin and a token, because when they talk about having the ZENIQ hub and having the masternode, there's a difference between masternode and node, right? And that's what I liked about what Mr. Brown talked about on his video. That when you understand that the masternode, that word itself should give you an indication of how important it is, how valuable it is to hold master nodes, right? A node is like a server that connects things together, right? Digitally across the globe, right? And it builds that blockchain network and the security of it. A masternode is that one, and you can do everything that the one that created it. Like, you are literally creating currency, because it's the master node, right? So everybody wants a master node. If you were outside of this company and you would go and just try to buy, into a cryptocurrency or a blockchain company, and you want to purchase a master node, let alone a node will cost you anywhere from $3,000 to maybe $80,000, and that's on a good day. To get a master node, you probably won't even come close, because that's not what most of them are even providing. But ZENIQ Technology says, don't worry about all that. We have found a way to make it reasonable for you as a member through Safir Global to purchase master nodes that mints this cryptocurrency. The value is unmatched, right? So you have to see beyond today in order to understand the bigger picture on how amazing it is to own masternodes that mint cryptocurrency. It's fascinating. ZENIQ app. It's an app. That's what it is. But for those that have downloaded the app, you know that it's just continually being upgraded, right? So there's so much that they're doing with the company, and they're trying to make it so hands-on, right? In the palm of your hand, your mobile is going to be the key to like all things ZENIQ. And they're really, creating a lot of new technologies and features to that end. And so you definitely want to download that ZENIQ app, be ready for any of the new things that are coming down the pipe. All right. So like I said earlier, if you have not, right, purchase Avanot tokens and stake them into your ZENIQ app wallet and connected them to your back office, you definitely want to do that. I'm telling you, that right there is very important, especially for people that build organizations. You want to do that. Okay. That's just extra income. Like, you're getting a new stream just by staking your Avanot tokens. All right. Now, without going into the rewards program, I want to talk about a couple of other entities that are critical to the success of your business within this organization, right? There's some new developments that we're going to hit on real quick. And like I said, I'm trying to go through this in a reasonable speed where it doesn't take forever, because there's a lot of information. But definitely, if you got some, questions, we'll talk about that at the end. But, refer back, get back to your person that invited you if you really want to kind of break down some of these things more than what we're doing here today. All right. We're going to talk about one of the first strategic partnerships called Avanot. This is an aviation network operation chain. This is about business to business, private jet bookings with this aviation provider. These guys had an idea and they wanted to put aviation on the blockchain. And they started with private jets and, cargo and some specialized type air movement. And that's kind of how Avanot started. They created the Avanot token. It's been out for a while. They did get in the top 3 of an actual competition in the aviation industry. I think Lufthansa was hosting that competition, just trying to create better ways to help and benefit the aviation industry. And they, like I said, they made the top 3 with their platform called VOO. And so VOO is this business aviation's kind of like a Uber or a booking.com, right? You can go in and actually book a private jet flight through their VOO platform, something that was not available before they actually created it. So it's pretty cool. And there's so many benefits. It really excites me to see this, because these are some of the things that, we all want to get to a point where we are booking private jets to travel to wherever we want to go, right? Saves time, stay productive, and you get there quicker without, standing in line forever. Loyalty program, Avanot tokens, VOO Pay, you'll be able to use your crypto payments, and they have a wallet as well that you can utilize in the VOO marketplace. So very cool, where your cryptocurrency is going to be put to actual use with this program. So really, really good stuff that's going on right now. They've traveled and announced their program and their inventions, and really been something powerful for the industry. So we're looking forward to that really rolling out, and we're being able to utilize those services somewhere in the future. Right now, obviously, probably only a certain amount of people that can book some private jets, but this is something that has been made available to certain segments right now. So it's pretty powerful stuff. But the beauty is this: at the end of the day, the staking of Avanot tokens, when somebody decides they want to book a private jet flight through the VOO platform, that increases the value of that company, that blockchain, that token. Oh, wait a minute. We're holding those tokens / shares / value in that particular company. Guess what? Our value increases every time somebody books a flight. I didn't book the flight. You didn't book the flight. So don't stand on the sideline and watch the Avanot token staking program go by. You definitely want to be part of that, because every time somebody books a flight, it enhances the value of the company, which enhances the tokens that you're holding in the staking process. So if you hold them for 10 years, you get 100% APY over that term. That's just passive income right there. So anyway, whole different program. You can definitely get with the person that invited you, and they can break that down for you, or you can go to your back office and download the actual PDF that explains the whole program. Now, how do you get started? What do you need to do to participate in earning from those areas? And there's a couple that I haven't even talked about yet, but we'll get to that. So in order to get started, you need to decide where you want to start. You have the ZENIQ Hub, 1,998 euros. You have the Housing Hub, 1,499 euros. Yes, this is in euros. So if you have a calculator, you want to convert that, or you can take my word for it. 1998, about 24, maybe $2,500. The Housing Hub, which most of us have, is a virtual, nothing you have to physically get. You can access from your computer. You don't have to have the physical device. So if you go with the Housing Hub, $1,499, maybe about $1,600, that will get you started, get you one hub. That hub is minting cryptocurrency for you, the ZENIQ coins, right? So you'll see those coins building up in your back office. And so you're earning from the start, the activation of that particular hub for the duration, right? And some say between 15 and 20 years, that hub will mint for you, right? So that's a beautiful thing. Now, I got started with 2 hubs. The 2,950 euro cost me about $3,400. Got started and been thrilled to death ever since that day. There's a Forex hub. So if you want more production, then you just choose a higher number: 4x, 6x, 4x, 8x, 16x, 32, 64, 128, 256. It just goes up and up and up. So the higher the number, the more the production of the cryptocurrency. So that's how that works. And like I said, if you want to, just get signed up and then learn a little bit more and then pick, where you want to start, or if you're waiting for some funds to come in, totally up to you. But like I said, I started with the 2X hub. That's my suggestion. That's what I would do. If you are in a better position, then hey, you go for what you know. Maybe you have some background in crypto, you have some background in blockchain, you see where these guys are going and you want to get the most benefit, then you want to get the most benefit. And I think you all know how to do that. If you want to just test it out for whatever reason, then there's 100, 150, 250, 450, 800. There are fractions of hubs that are sold as well. Okay, so you can do that as well, right? Everybody has a different situation, but what we all have in common, we're here. And if we're here, that means we want something better. And so it's just a matter of, hey, get started. Wherever you are, get started. And then you can kind of, learn what makes you tick, what makes you move, what influence you to do what you got to do to get to the level that you want to be at. Totally up to you, right? So I would say for anybody that's not in the program, get with the person that invited you and just have that conversation, see where you want to get started and get started. If you're already in the program, then this is good information, and how you want to deliver that information is one, we never know what that person's individual budget or financial situation is. That person could have just come into a lot of money, or they could have just lost a lot of money. We don't know, so we don't guess. We just basically look at it from the opportunity and the value of the opportunity. And you know that, hey, I can help this person benefit if they see some return in the shortest amount of time. And that's kind of the way you want to approach this. All right. Now, even though we just talked about getting started and that value, well, guess what? There's more value to be had. This is one of the latest projects that has definitely taken over the ZENIQ scene, so to speak, the Tupan minting. Tupan minting is an amazing addition to this particular program. This is the first ever and only SEC regulated digital asset issued by a company that is regulated by the SEC in the USA. The only one. My goodness. That I mean, like, what else should I say, right? It's a green DeFi token, and it's working with an actual cause, and it is very profitable. Let's talk about that. So Tupan is the token, right? And we'll talk about the company in a minute, very briefly. This is the future of humanity, and the future of humanity is in your hands. And so for anyone that's participating in the program, and you purchase a node that mints Tupan tokens, guess what? You're participating in the conservation and reforestation of at least 369,000 hectares of rainforest. Yeah. Like, if they could sign your name to a part of the rainforest that they just planted, a tree or a twig or a plant, when you mint that cryptocurrency, you are helping rebuild that portion of the rainforest. The more, obviously, nodes that you have, the more production you have, you can have a larger portion of the rainforest named after you. Now, don't take that. You're not going to have your name on anything, but you know what I mean. You are literally helping somebody go out there and plant a tree to make sure that that rainforest is reforested and conserved and built back, repaired, I guess is the word that I want to find and use. So I'm really excited about this program because it is doing good for the environment. They have started in the Amazon, but it's a bigger picture than the Amazon. Using blockchain technology, connect global investors to enable solutions with positive impacts on the environmental recovery and promoting the bioeconomy. These guys are in compliance with the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals. Please, what other token does that? I mean, that is so awesome. So the company is called Forest AU, because I don't know how to say it, but Forest AU Green LLC. They are registered with the SEC. They have Tupan as their token in the investment fund, right? So that an investment fund was used to purchase more cryptocurrency or Tupan tokens. Right. All right. So there's a formula to that. There's an actual diagram that you'll see here shortly. Who's behind this operation? Because how's all this possible? Why is this so exciting? You have this gentleman here that's the founder CEO of the Tupan. He was a diplomatic ambassador of the Criminal Court in The Hague, Division of Children and Human Environmental Rights. I mean, yeah, that guy is in charge of this. Also, let's take it to something else that was interesting. Founder and CEO of a boutique investment bank and founder of 5 investment funds, all SEC regulated. This guy knows what he's doing, right? And so to be in partnership with a company that has this gentleman at the head, I think you would agree, this is solid, like legit solid. And they are definitely going somewhere with this amazing, amazing Tupan token. And we are excited to be part of it. The Tupan Investment Fund, right? So what does it do, right? So Forest AU, the Green LLC, the company, they have already established that there's 3.69 billion hectares out there that they want to reforest, right? Rehabilitate, repair, okay? And so real quick, there's 2 or 3 things that I'm just going to talk about and move on. They have 67 patents in registration, and every single one of those patents equals a stream of income. You may say, well, how does that work? I don't know how that works, but what I've heard is it associates with the CO2 certificates, right, for the carbon trading on the world market. And so when you put those together, these guys are in position to bring in multiple streams of revenue through their world market carbon trading, right? These CO2 certificates, and the Tupan tokens are what's being utilized at the end of that process to reforest this particular space on the globe. Now, there's so much technical stuff behind this, it'll blow your mind. But if you like technical stuff, go to the back office and just if you go back office and go to Media Center, and you can find all the technical information that you desire. And then you can read all about it. It's a lot of information. So that's for another time, but this is just to give you a highlight that yes, this is a profitable venture that has been brought into the ecosystem, and we as Safir Global members are beneficiaries of this as well. Blockchain plus Tupan equals a healthy planet, the most revolutionary technology of the century, and it's meeting the most urgent demands of society. It is this movement that gives life to Tupan, right? So this is really where we're at, right? ZENIQ provides the perfect environment for Web3 real estate solutions to thrive in this special Tupan project. So the owner has said, right, they had a talk, they've done a couple of talks, broadcasts, like a podcast, but they, visual video broadcast. And they talked about different things. And the question was like, why did you choose, ZENIQ to work with and their blockchain? And it's 1, because they already have a customer base, and 2, because they have the fastest blockchain and they're already set up for the future. Like technology wise, they were just like, wow, we want to work with you, right? So really a great combination here. The CO2 certificates, a lot of information out there. I just like to put this out there because, you can find this information if you want to dig into what's important about CO2 certificates. What's climate change, and how do you fight climate change, and who's fighting climate change, and what are they doing about it? Well, carbon credits create a monetary incentive for companies to reduce their carbon emissions. All right. And so the carbon credits are based on the cap and trade model that was used to reduce sulfur pollution in the 1990s. So with that, we understand that there has been so many initiatives, like I said, race to net zero. They're trying to get to zero emissions, which that'll never happen. But that's why you have the electric cars. That's why you have, the different models of vehicles that use petrol. They're trying to make sure they're using all different types of corn oil and everything else for fuel versus the actual fossil fuels, right? Because they're trying to reduce emissions that are killing the ozone. And that's important, right? We hear about it, we know about it, that's cool. The one thing that I felt was exciting is I may not have known which way to go to benefit that future, but here I am. How did I know that becoming part of the ZENIQ ecosystem, as far as a member through Safir Global, would lead me to doing something about climate change in the end, right? And benefiting from that at the same time. So it's not like I went out there and said, hey, how can I make money by, stopping climate change? No, I'm just part of an organization that saw an opportunity to do some good in the world and get some returns on it as well. I mean, that's just a powerful win-win, right? So we are all here and we all benefit in the same way. So I think that's a really powerful thing. So the Paris Climate Accords, we know that they had an agreement back in the day. All these countries was like, hey, we need to reduce. What can we do together? You see China's number one and the US is number two. It doesn't surprise anyone, because if you're producing the most, right, then you're going to produce the most waste. And that's kind of how that works. What you do with that waste is kind of a different concept. But one of the things that, the good takeaway when we talk about the CO2 certificate market is that there are so many companies out there that there's no way around it, right? You have an airplane that will go up in the air, and no matter how much they try, there's going to be some type of emissions of something that is hurting the environment. And they're closer to the ozone layer than we are down here. And so being up there in the air, that pollution is going to happen. And so what happens is they're required to purchase these certificates, right? Get carbon credits. And those are traded by smart people out there in the financial world on the open market. And when they're traded, then guess what? Somebody is making a lot of money, because the companies that say, look, I know that I'm going to pollute the earth because I have no choice, because I have to create this particular product or service, airplane, blah, 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 fuel, so on and so forth, then I'll just make this payment over here. And that's what the agreement has been, right? So for those that didn't know, that's the story. But to not, take that too far out, this particular market is looking to grow by 30%, maybe in 2027. So by 2027, they're saying this market should grow to about $2,407 billion, right? And so that's where it's very attractive to, one, take some of those, profits and help repair the rainforest, but at the same time, utilizing that trading process, right, to create more Tupan tokens, and those Tupan tokens help to fund their solutions. And at the same time, we benefit from all of that, right? So anyway, like I said, it's a lot of moving parts to this, but at the end of the day, the profits made from trading CO2 certificates are used to buy Tupan tokens on the exchanges or from the market. So they're reducing the amount of coins or tokens that are available in order to keep them scarce. And with scarcity, demand goes up. Scarcity of the coins keeps the market and the demand in balance, right? And so the more demand, obviously, the more the price goes up. So that's what we're looking forward to seeing, that economic model flourish. All right. All right. So with that being said, there is an actual video right there, but I want to move on so that we can get to some of the nitty gritty. As far as Tupan goes, if you are a Safir member and you have purchased your hubs, all right, then let's say you have one hub, a ZENIQ hub, then you can actually purchase a Tupan add-on, and that's the bottom picture there. That Tupan add-on will cost you 998 euros, right? And right now, I think they're producing about 99, maybe 100, just say 100 tokens with the add-on, right? So those 100 tokens a day gives you about 3,000 tokens per month. And that's the Tupan tokens that are created from that Tupan node that's add on to your ZENIQ hub. Now, if you want to, let's say you don't have a full hub, but you do have from 100 to 700 euros, you purchase one of the fraction of a hub, that we showed you on the previous screen. If you have a fraction of a hub, then you can purchase one of the Tupan nodes for 12.98 euros. This information is in the back office, and it looks like the picture on the right, right? So if you see the Tupan Mint package, it doesn't say pre-sale because it's already over, but there's a green symbol back there. So you'll know exactly what you're getting, right? And so I just wanted to show you that. But you do have the ability to purchase the Tupan minting nodes. If you have less than one ZENIQ hub, then that $12.98 is the price for the Tupan full hub. If you have ZENIQ hubs already, depending on how many you have, you can purchase the add-on, Tupan add-on for 9.98 euros, okay? That's for each one. All right. Can investors save the Amazon? I believe that we've answered that question, and that's why I wanted to put that out to you all. All right. So if you are one that is excited about this opportunity, if you're one that sees massive potential, if you're one that's been in this game for a while and really say, you know what, I've seen so much out there, and I'm finally glad that we have a quality program that I can offer and help other people with. Guess what? You are in the right place. The Safir and ZENIQ Global, combination, partnership, whatever you want to call it, is about Tupan minting, Avanot staking, ZENIQ coin minting, and there are so many other things coming that are just mind-blowing. You're in such a good place right now, and we appreciate the fact that you have stuck with us all this time today, and so you get the full picture of this program. Tupan minting has started, and there's a cycle. I read some of this on the Telegram group, that there's a cycle for those nodes to start minting the coins, the tokens. And so if you don't see them immediately, don't stress out. Let the process work, and we'll start to see those, and they'll start showing how many are being minted and so on and so forth. But it is a process, so don't panic if you don't see 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or whatever the number may be. It's okay. It will come. The solution: multiple streams of income. And like I said earlier, if you see the Tupan, when you see the Avanot, you see those are streams of income within one program. Recommendation marketing. Safir Global, which we are members of, is the marketing arm for ZENIQ Technologies. ZENIQ Technologies has given us an opportunity as Safir Global members to go ahead and earn in these 3 different ways. We've already seen, 4 to 6 different passive income streams already. So if you're good with that, then great, that's cool. But now we're looking at the recommendation marketing. Unilevel, where you get paid up to 15 levels or more. Career levels, where you actually hit ranks and you get paid bonuses for that. And you have the profit sharing pool. Okay. Unilevel, you get paid up to 15 levels. If you invite somebody, you take your referral link, you invite somebody, they join, they make a purchase, you get 10%. Just that simple. The actual career plan, whereas when you hit certain ranks, the company's going to give you additional bonuses. How does that work? As a Ruby, that means that you have at least 7 direct, at least, right? What I say is, look, if you go ahead and focus on getting about 20 direct referrals, people sign up, make a purchase, they're active, they're in the game. Now you have a team to work with, right? Maybe a third of them you're going to have as leaders in your organization. When you get to 10,000 in sales, they're going to give you a 300 euro bonus. When you get to at least 12, like I said, you get those 20, you have all this covered. Members that are active, 20,000 in sales, then you're going to get a 600 euro bonus. When you have at least 100,000 in sales and volume, and you have those 12 that are active, they're going to give you a 3,000 euro bonus, right? Now things are looking a lot better, because now you went from that double Ruby into another sphere the sapphire sphere, right? And so we have the 3 levels of sapphire. You have the sapphire, double sapphire, and black sapphire. When you hit that double sapphire, that means that you have hit at least 300,000 in sales. And this is all in euros, right? And you get a 9,000 euro bonus. Boom. And then when you get to black sapphire, that means you have 500,000 euros in sales, and you have a benefit of 15,000 euro bonus. Very, very powerful. And when you hit that diamond level, that means that you have 1 million in sales and volume, and the company is going to give you a 40,000 euro bonus. You don't have to request it. You're not going to wait for it. You don't have to tap dance. It just arrives. The numbers work, click, and it's in your account. So it's really, really powerful. That's how the bonuses work, right? When you meet the requirement, you get paid. A lot of other companies don't do that. And I think we all know that. So as we see, there's 6 more levels that we could talk about. But the numbers just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you can follow this process, then I am certain that you'll be energized to follow the rest, to get to, if you hit just these 12 positions to the double gold diamond, you will have earned in bonuses alone over 4.5 million euros in bonuses. Whew, man, that's nice. All right, looking good. So one thing I want to remind everybody is the staking of the Avanot tokens is critical to you advancing through these levels. Okay, so don't sleep on the Avanot staking piece. They have adjusted the plan to where that is a critical piece. That is 50% of your volume. So get with the person that invited you, have that conversation, and make sure you stake your Avanot tokens. It's very, very important. The global profit sharing, pretty straightforward. Revenue for a month, they take 10% of that. They see how many career levels they have, and they divide that out. When they divide it out, they come up with an amount. That amount is equal to 1 share that they're going to provide to the members. Each share can be worth 15 euros. It can be worth 300 euros. Right now, I can't remember the number, but I know that, let's just use an easy number, 100 euros, right? So if you're getting 100 euros as a profit share and you're a Ruby, that means you get 100 euros because you got 1 share. If you're double Ruby, you get 2 shares, that's 200 euros. If you're a Sapphire, you get 10 shares, and that gives you 1,000 euros, right? Double Sapphire, you get 2,000 euros. When you hit the diamond, right, that's 8,000 euro bonus just from the profit sharing, in addition to your unit level, in addition to your career bonus. Now you get this profit sharing, and they don't just give you this, they give it to you for 6 months straight. How powerful is that? So that's what's up with the profit sharing pool, is that's just an additional thank you for helping build this organization and spreading the good word. So really, really amazing things that they're doing in this space. All right. So at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. Give the person invited you, and then see what type of questions you have and what kind of questions that you want to get answered. All right. So that's the first thing. The second thing you want to do is choose, where do you get started? Which product do you want to get started with? All right. And then get started. Simple as that. Right. So I think I've said enough. If we got any questions, then yeah, please go ahead and unmute and let's hear it. So Gail, Miss Sandra, floor is yours.